Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the dense jungle, there lived a mighty lion. He was the king of the jungle, feared by all animals. His roar could be heard echoing through the trees, and every animal would tremble at the sound. The lion had a golden mane that sparkled in the sunlight, and his eyes gleamed with a fierce and powerful glow. One warm afternoon, after a long hunt, the lion lay down in the shade of a large tree. He was tired from the heat and the chase, so he decided to take a nap. His enormous body stretched across the ground, and soon he was fast asleep, breathing softly. As he lay there, a tiny mouse came scurrying through the grass. The mouse, who was small and quick, was on a mission to find food for her family. She did between the tall blades of grass, her tiny paws making no sound, but in hurry, she accidentally ran straight across the lion's paw. The lion was startled by the sudden movement. He awoke with a mighty roar and quickly grabbed the tiny mouse under his huge paw. The poor mouse squeaked in terror, struggling to free herself. Who dared to disturb my slumber? The lion growled, his voice thunderous. The little mouse, trembling with fear, looked up at the lion's fierce eyes. She realized that if she didn't do something quickly, she would be crushed by the lion's powerful paw. But despite her fear, she spoke in a tiny but clear voice. I beg you, mighty lion, please let me go. I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm just a small mouse and I will never harm you. If you spare my life, I promise that one day I will repay your kindness. The lion looked at the mouse, amused by her brave words. He had never heard of the tiny creature like the mouse promising to repay the great lion. But the lion, who was wise, understood that kindness could sometimes come from the most unlikely sources. He decided to let the mouse go. Very well, Lion said, lifting his paw and allowing the mouse to escape. You are lucky. I am in a good mood today. Little mouse, go on, run along. The mouse quickly scurried away, her heart pounding in her chest. She couldn't believe that the mighty lion had spared her life. As she disappeared into the tall grass, she turned back and called out to the lion, Thank you, kind lion. I won't forget your kindness. The lion watched the tiny creature run off, shaking his head in wonder. He thought it was the straight things for such a small animal to make such a promise, but he soon forgot about the encounter and went back to his nap. Days passed and the lion continued to rule the jungle with strength and power. He was admired by all the animals, but he remained alone, rarely seeking out the company of others. However, one day the lion found himself in a perilous situation. While he was roaming in the jungle hunting for food, he was caught in a trap set by humans. The trap was made of thick ropes and it snapped shut around his legs, pinning him down. The lion roared in pain and struggled to break free, but the more he fought, the tighter the ropes became. He was trapped. The jungle animals heard the lion's mighty roars, and they ran in fear, not wanting to get too close. They knew that if the lion could not free himself, he would be in a great danger. Even though the lion was their king, none of them dared to help him. The lion, who had been feared by all, was now helpless. But then, from the bushes came a small figure. It was the little mouse. She had been busy with her daily tasks. When she heard the lion's cries, she stopped in her tracks. Her heart filled with concern. The mouse remembered the kindness the lion had shown her all those days ago. Now it was her turn to return the favor. Without hesitation, the mouse rushed towards the lion. She looked at the ropes that had trapped him and began nibbling at them with her sharp little teeth. The lion, who had been struggling for so long, was surprised to see the tiny mouse, but he didn't say anything. He simply watched as the mouse worked tirelessly to free him. The mouse chewed and ground at the thick ropes, her tiny teeth making quick work of the fibers. Slowly but surely, the ropes began to loosen. With each bite, the mouse got closer and closer to freeing the lion. Finally, after what seemed like hours, the last rope snapped and the lion was free. The lion stood up, his muscle aching from the struggle, but he was free. He looked down at the little mouse, who was panting with exhaustion. You saved me, the lion asked, astonished. The mouse, thought tired, smiled up at him. Yes, mighty lion, you showed me kindness when you could have easily crushed me. Now I have returned that kindness. I may be small, but I am not weak. The lion filled it with gratitude, bowed his head in respect to the mouse. He had learned an important lesson. He had always believed that strength and size were the most important qualities. But now he realized that even the smallest creature had great value. The mouse had shown him that kindness and courage were just as important as strength. You have taught me a valuable lesson, little one, the lion said. I will never forget your bravery and kindness. From this day forward, I will remember that no one is too small to make a difference. And so, the lion and the mouse became great friends. The lion, once fierce and solitary rules, learned to appreciate the kindness of others no matter their size. The mouse, who had once been afraid of the mighty lion, became his trustworthy ally. Together they ruled the jungle with wisdom and compassion, teaching all the animals the importance of kindness and helping one another. So, the moral of the story, no act of kindness is ever too small, and sometimes the greatest help comes from the most expecting places. Whether big or small, every creature has the ability to make the difference. The end.